Hi, good afternoon, profitable investors. It's Ejimi here, and I have where is he? Okay, so Tosi. Hello.
Hi.
So Tosi came to the house this morning, and we got talking, and he's passionate about speaking, and he loves children. He's also an educationist. But anyways, long story short, so Tosi goes and says he wants to build his experience and grow his knowledge base so that he can feel qualified to help people in the area of education. And I go and I tell him, okay, do you realize that you don't really need to have that much experience or that much of a track record to get people to work with you or to get to work with people? And I explained to him a simple strategy. If you want to get a job or you want to get an opportunity and you feel you're not qualified for that opportunity, the fastest way to get them to lower all the standards and to jump over all the hurdles, whether academic qualifications or whatever, is to understand the specific problems in that particular space. So for example, if you want to teach people, he's a graduate of math and he's a principal or head teacher at a fast growing school. If you want to position yourself as someone of competence and you don't have the experience, the first thing is study all the problems, the burning problems in that particular field. So what are some of the problems, for example, that teachers are facing? Number one, most teachers are underpaid, most teachers feel undertrained, and most teachers feel undervalued. Um, so because of that, many people who are teachers end up leaving their workplaces to get a better paying job. Is that a real problem? Yes. So if I met a principal and I told the principal, oh, you have problems with retaining teachers because they feel underpaid, overworked, and all of that, the principal will listen to me regardless of my qualifications. Why? Because I am stating a very real problem. For example, if you're bleeding, if you have an accident right now, you won't have an accident, but you get my point, and you're bleeding from 3 spots, and then somebody comes right away and helps you to stop the bleeding in one of the injuries, and then the person says, I'm not a doctor. Are you at that point going to tell him, you are not a doctor, why are you treating me? Stop treating me. Or are you going to say, it doesn't matter, you have stopped the bleeding in one of the injuries, please stop the bleeding in the other two? You see that? Once a person is able to identify a problem, specific painful problem for you, you really don't care what his qualifications are. You will probably give him a chance to demonstrate his ability. And I learned this from Joseph. Remember how Joseph, Seba, don't do that. Seba, don't do that. Sorry, that's my daughter, Seba. Remember how Joseph stood before Pharaoh and interpreted Pharaoh's dream? And immediately he told Pharaoh what the problem was and what the solution should be. And immediately after doing that, he now told Pharaoh, okay, you guys look for a guy that can do this. And what did Pharaoh say? Pharaoh said, what are you talking about? Who else would do it but you? You identified the problem. You suggested the solution, so you go ahead to implement it. Don't forget that Joseph at this point was allegedly an ex-rapist, a convict, and a foreigner. So he wasn't qualified on 3 points. He had a criminal record, he was a prisoner, and he was not even a native of Egypt. And they gave him the second most important position in Egypt. They broke all the protocols. So, develop your ability to identify specific painful problems, develop your ability to proffer solutions to those problems, and develop your ability to communicate this to the stakeholders that matter and watch them breach protocol to give you those opportunities. So, Tosi, have I helped?
Really, sir.
All right.
Really help. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Have a fantastic Saturday. Cheers, guys.